Corpses on streets. Sudan's RSF kills 1,300 in Darfur, monitors say.
Here's a summary of the article.
The latest atrocities are part of a wider campaign by the RSF and its allied militias to eradicate the non-Arab Masalit tribe from West Darfur, according to activists and survivors. RSF fighters stormed his home and killed him, his son and 8 grandchildren, the group said. Local RSF commander Abdul Rahman Jumma was also sanctioned for his alleged role in killing the governor. On Wednesday, the U.S. Embassy in Sudan tweeted that it was concerned about reports that the RSF appointed Jumma as commander of an army garrison it captured last week. Yusuf Izzat, an RSF spokesperson who has previously denied allegations that the RSF cooperates with Arab militias to commit atrocities in the region, told Al Jazeera that he cannot deny or confirm whether the group committed atrocities in Adamata. Shortly after the killing in Adamata began, women and children poured over the border into Chad. They joined thousands of Masalit refugees who had fled earlier killings in West Darfur over the summer. Local monitors said the RSF also subjected some women to sexual violence after killing the men in their families.
This post received a score of 10,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Poor woman. Heartbreaking.
Traumatizing too. Imagine losing someone and out there looking through the dead bodies for them. That's a rough scene.
Funded by the UAE.
Dubai has some FKN nerve. Wagner, RSF stolen gold goes through Dubai. Gold mafia gold from Zimbabwe, surrounding goes through Dubai.
Sounds like UAE could use some freedom.
Because intervention always solves intervention.
Intervenception. The only way to stop a bad guy with intervention is a good guy with intervention.
Potentially 1,500 plus murders over the course of 3 days. What can be done? Humanitarian aid, sanctions, peacekeeping force. It's honestly depressing.
Humanitarian aid gets stolen immediately by whichever faction gets to it first. Sanctions don't work because the country isn't producing anything. A peacekeeping force makes everyone upset, isn't a permanent solution to the problem, and gets you accused of imperialism. It's really tough. There is no solution here.
Long-range air and missile strikes on key ammo and weapons warehouses, barracks and command centers of the aggressor forces seems to be a fair balance. Operation Southern Watch Light.
The problem with Sudan is that it's a bloody shitshow. Everyone is an aggressor in this situation. To make things more complicated, or less complicated, there is zero ideology influencing either sides. No one's fighting for an idea or religion. It's a pure unfiltered war for whichever warlord gets control over the country. How exactly do we determine who to side with? The central government headed by a man that's responsible of much of the same crimes that the RSF committed? Geopolitics dictates we should side with the central government due to how the RSF gets support from Russia.
Crazy that one war gets so much coverage and attention while another receives such silence.
Sudan has been a war zone for a long time. This is unfortunately not new. Sometimes there is more going on, sometimes less, but it's been being ignored for quite a long time. I think it's left out as it's mainly a civil war, but it still deserved attention with the amount of genocide that has happened there. I made a short documentary about Sudan about 15 years ago in college when we were still using DV tape, and even then it had been going on for a while. It's very sickening.
I also just don't see what the West is even expected to do here. If there is the slightest hint of American involvement, any new regime would have exactly zero credibility. A Sudan intervention must be African-led. Why is it bad that the West's attention is on conflicts we are deeply involved in?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.